So the gymnosperm we know it is a group of the vascular seed plant. Okay. And the gymnosperm, as the name suggests, it is originated from the Greek word, okay, Greek word which means they are the naked seed. So group of the vascular seed plant, and the gymnos means the naked, and sperma means the seed. Okay, so we can say that the ovule is not enclosed by the ovary wall and remain exposed, and that is why they have the naked seed. The seed are the one only that develop after the fertilization from the ovule and are not covered, means they are naked. While in the case of the angiosperms, they have the covering around the, or we can say that their seeds are not naked because they are enclosed in a fruit. So the gymnosperm are therefore are the fruitless plant. Okay, and their seeds are exposed on the leaves, which is known as the sporophyll, and these leaves are the fertile leaf that usually form the cones, sporophylls that usually form the cone or strobili. Okay. Let's see what are the other characteristic and the features of the gymnosperm. So the gymnosperms are the group of the seed producing plant that includes the conifers, cycads, ginkgo biloba and the natives. But here we'll discuss some detailed features and the characteristic of the gymnosperm. So first feature of the gymnosperm is that they have the naked seed, means that are not enclosed, or the seeds are not enclosed within a fruit, and seeds are typically born on the surface of the cone scale. The reproductive structure of the gymnosperm are basically the cones, which can be either the male cone or the female. Okay. The male cone usually produce the pollen grains, and the female cone basically they produce the seed cone. The pollination on the gymnosperm is usually by the wind pollinated, and the male cone they produce the pollen which are carried by the wind to the female cone for the fertilizations. The leaves are the needle shape, or we can say they are the needle like, or they are the scale like leaves are present in the gymnosperm, and these leaves are adapted to reduce the water loss, thus helping them to thrive in the various environments. They are the evergreen nature, means that most of the gymnosperm are evergreen, retaining their leaves or the needle-like shape or needle-like structure throughout the year. The vascular tissue, that is the xylem and the phloem, is present, or it is well developed in the gymnosperm. Well developed, and they are responsible for the transportation of the water, nutrient, and the sugar throughout the plant. The xylem are basically available, or they are present with the tracheids, and the tracheids we know they are the elongated cell that transport the water and provide the structural support. The gymnosperm are always heterosporous, means two different type of the sporophylls are present in them, or the two different types of the spores are present in them. The first one is the microspore and the second one is the megaspore. Okay, and microspores it germinate to form the male gametophyte, while the megaspore they germinate to form the female, the male and the female. Now seeds and the embryo, the gymnosperm usually consist of an embryo, and which is a food reserve. It is a food reserve, and they have the protective seed coat. They have the protective seed coat. They are dominate in the cold region. They are adapted to the cold environment and are commonly found in the boreal as well as the mountainous region. The diverse species of the gymnosperms are present, which includes the pine trees, spruces, firs, cedars, cycads, and the ginkgo trees. They are very they have the longevity, means they are known for their longevity, with some species living for the several centuries. Several centuries. Okay. Next is the sporophyte. The sporophyte is the main body which is the diploid in the nature, and this sporophyte is differentiated into the true roots, that is the 2n in number, the true stem which is also diploid in number, and the true leaves. So sporophyte is the main body and it is differentiated into the three structure, that is the true root, true stem, and the true leaves. The roots of the gymnosperm is or are basically the tap root, and sometimes the symbiotic association can be found, like in the case of the cycas. The blue green algae is usually present in the roots of the cycas, and these roots are termed as the coralloid root, in which they have the presence of the blue green algae, that is Anabena, is present in the roots of the cycas, and these roots are dichotomously branched like this. They are the dichotomously branched roots, and in which the blue-green algae Anabena is present, and such species of cycas is known as the Anabena cycad. Similarly, in the pinus also, in the roots of the pinus, the mycorrhizal association is present like this. Root is present in which the fungal structure association of the mycorrhiza is present. So basically, the pine used to get the water and the mineral by the absorption from the fungus, and the fungus used to get the shelter and the food from the pinus, because the fungus is not able to prepare or manufacture their own food. The stem is most of the cases is branched, so they have the branching stem, or sometimes it is unbranched like this, like in the case of the cycas it is unbranched, or in the case of the pinus and the ginkgo, they are the branch one. The leaves are the fertile, and the fertile leaves are known as the sporophylls, and the margin of the leaves, it may be the entire, like in the case of the pinus, and it is either the pinnately compound, okay, which is in